morning, everybody. Happy Monday once again. All right, party people. So at the top of today's show, you guys know that we tease an incredible guest. And guess what, folks? I am super stoked because Angelica Mascall is live right here in the studio with us. I'm super excited to have her here. She is incredibly talented. You guys, this is a Broadway star. She is a singer. She is a performer. She is an entertainer. She is a wife. She is a mother of two. And I'm just super excited to sit and chat with her. And of course, y'all know we can't have a musician on the set without them performing for us. So that's exactly what she's going to do in part two. But right now, and I want all of our AM brothers and sisters to show your love to my good friend, Miss Angelica Mascall. Yes. Hey, girl. I am super excited to have you on the show. You guys, just a fun fact, because so many people don't know. So I have to tell them, Angelica and I actually went to the same high school together. Yeah. And I graduated my year. What was your year?
2013.
Okay, you're 20. Ooh, I do. Ooh, girl, you just made my knees hurt. I was only 2 years. I was 2011, and Angelica and I got the opportunity to really just get to know this beautiful soul, this beautiful face, and that incredible talent through a gospel choir that Angie and I were a part of. It was entitled Transcending Praise, and it was directed and operated by two of our favorite teachers, Miss Amy Nooner and Mr. Torino. We love Miss Amy and Mr. Torino. So awesome. They really cultivated and shaped our skills. They believed in us first. That's how that happened. They believed in us, and then we just went everywhere together. So I'm so happy to have you here. I can't wait to chat with you. I know, but you have to tell people. Angie, tell folks when you first fell in love with music.
So I grew up in a musical family.
Yeah.
My dad is a pianist. He is a phenomenal jazz pianist.
Yeah.
And my aunt's a singer. Multiple people in my family do music, so I've always been around it. And I would just sing at home.
Yeah.
I would play music. I would destroy CDs because I would play them on repeat so much, and I would just sing along all the time. And then finally one day, my mom was like, "Hey, you're gonna sing at church," and I'm like,
Right. I'm not doing that, girl.
I don't
I'm
want
not doing
to.
it. I know.
I was like 9 years old, and I was petrified because I would sing a lot at home, but I did not want to sing in public.
Yeah.
So I had the choice of either doing an Easter speech. It was an Easter program. I had the choice of either doing a speech or singing a song.
Yeah.
I did not want to do the speech.
Right.
So it got me out of the speech.
It's not easy talking in front of people.
It's not easy. So I got out of the speech, but I was still petrified. And I remember I sang like this, had my hand behind my back, and I was shaking like crazy. But people were in tears from this song. And after that, I didn't stop. I didn't say a speech again. That's for sure. We didn't go back to speeches.
Wait, so what song did you sing?
Okay, there was a show that we watched, and it was called, I don't remember the name of the show, but it was from a Christian children's show, and the song was called Now I Know. So it was like a little fish singing to the representation of God, and it was like a big, I think he was like a big whale. And he was like the king of the ocean. And she was singing a song about now I know that you're with me. So it was like symbolic of you talking to God. And it was the sweetest. Now I want my daughter to sing it too.
I love that.
It's the sweetest song. And that was my first solo that I sang.
Let me tell you something. Like, you know, God, there's so many directions I can go in. Let me choose this one first. Like, Angie, us singing in Transcendent Praise, that was an outlet for us. You know it. It was an outlet for us, you guys, because yes, it was a gospel choir, but we had a relationship with God before we joined the choir. So that's why when we joined Transcendent Praise, it wasn't just about hitting the, well, you know, you want to hit the right note, honey.
Right.
You don't want to be flat, honey. You want to be flat or sharp. You want to be on key. You want to hit the right note, but it was more than just words to us. It was the messaging. It was the impact. It was that connectivity that we made with the audiences, no matter where we went, because we actually were living out what we were singing. And that's exactly, that's why it was such a connecting factor to us. Fun fact, my first solo was in church as well.
Of course.
And girl, I had on one of those puffy dresses with the socks that itch.
With the ruffle socks.
You know what I'm talking about? Them socks that you ain't grow up in church if you didn't have on a puffy dress and the socks that then you didn't grow up in church. you don't know what we talking about.
And they white shoes.
And white. Why were they white in November? Those shoes were white, honey. Brother, those shoes were white. And I was about 2 years younger than you were. I was 7 years old, and this was our first little storefront church. My father first started pastoring. And my aunt, Wanda, made me get up there, and she said, that was my nickname, Sushi, because I came out. She said when I was born, my eyes were back here. She said, honey, you look like cute little Japanese fish, so she called me Sushi. She said, Sushi, you gonna get up there, and you gonna sing. And I said, sing what? And she said, Amazing Grace. And I extended that right hand and lifted my hand. Honey, I bought that song. So I understand. So with that, that's where it all started. So with that being said, I want you to take me on your journey a little bit, because you've had such a beautiful journey. You guys, I can't wait till you hear her sing. Tell me about your time performing at the McDonald's Gospel Fest, honey.
Yes.
Take us in.
So at that point, I gained my confidence. I did my first musical in 8th grade. So I had more confidence with singing, and then I just wanted to keep doing it. So I joined the McDonald's Gospel Fest. Now, we went to the McDonald's Gospel Fest for Transcending Praise.
We did.
And that's how I found out that you can also do solos there. So what we had to do was we had to go to a McDonald's location and actually sing in the McDonald's location in Hempstead. Yes.
I didn't know that.
We had to sing, people coming to get their lunch and whatever time it was, and we would sing and audition right inside of the actual McDonald's location.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yes.
Who went with you?
I think my parents did.
And what did you say?
I don't know if I remember.
Were you afraid?
Not too much.
Okay.
Because at that point, I felt more comfortable. Yeah. My happy place was singing. So at that point, I was pretty much okay. But I think I definitely sang a Yolanda Adams song.
Okay.
Still I Rise.
Love her.
That's what I sang.
Love her. You know, Yolanda and Cece, our girls.
Yes.
Love her.
They sure are.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Love her.
I sang Still I Rise. And after that, I got an email that I was a finalist, so I got to sing on the humongous stage.
Oh my God.
And we did it was like a medley, for lack of a better word, of all the other finalists. Yeah. So we sang for maybe a minute.
Yeah.
And then it was like, sing next. But still, the experience of I've never sang to this day in a stadium or in a place that was just a venue so large. There were thousands of people. Thousands, because it was right before a concert with Kirk Franklin. Like big gospel artists.
Kiara Sheard. You know, all of them are doing it. Donnie, Hezekiah, all of them
were there at that concert. So it was a really, really fun. It was a nice experience.
I had no idea you tried out.
I sure did.
Individually as a soloist. I had no idea you tried out. I remember when we, as Transcendent Praise, we went to the Apollo. Went to the Apollo there. I forgot what we sung. I don't know if it was Go Tell It on the Mountain.
I think it was.
What was it?
God is unhappy.
With that praise. And when I tell you, you couldn't tell us, honey, that we didn't win a Grammy Award.
Teal bow ties, okay?
Yes, the teal bow ties, the white shirts, and the black bottoms. You couldn't tell, honey, we were uniform and we were ready.
Yes, we were.
And it was a cappella. And we
dynamics on point.
On point, honey. Soprano, high soprano, alto, and tenor. We were just really, really a family. So speaking of that Apollo experience, tell me what that was like for you, because I know that, of course, we performed at the Apollo. Tell me about that.
Yes. So I also sang there. And that was a much bigger audition process. So there was a lot of people that came for that, but it was the same thing. We still sang in front of everybody. So anybody auditioning, we did that in front of everybody else auditioning. And I did Still I Rise, Yolanda Adams. It's my go-to. Yolanda Adams.
You gotta have a go-to.
It was always a go-to.
You gotta have a go-to. My go-to is His Eyes on a Sparrow.
Yes, you eat that. You eat that.
You know,
she sings very well too, okay?
Oh, especially when I'm not hoarse. I tell that to you and Stephanie, when I'm not hoarse. I'm hoarse today. I sound like a Jerome.
No, you don't.
A little bit. That's what Nadine said. She said, no, you don't, stop it. I sound like a little bit of a raspy man with a beard.
No, you
do not. With a six-pack. I sure do a little bit, but that's okay. She gonna be all right by Thursday. So tell me what that was like. Go ahead.
Yes, so I sang Still I Rise for that.
Yeah.
And that we had a live pianist. So I love, especially growing up with my dad, I could just stand next to him and we would sing, he would play whatever I wanted to sing. So I got to sing with that, and then they told me there that I would get to do the competition and what date I would get to go on.
Ooh.
So then I went, and now, you know, the Apollo is strictly by the audience.
Yeah.
So you bring a crowd, you could get at the top of your competition.
You sure can.
So I sang gospel there, and for me at that point, it was like, I was kind of like pushing the barrier, because, you know, not everybody can relate to gospel music, but I was like, Holy Spirit, use me, please.
Oh, yeah. It's a specific genre.
Yes.
It is. It holds another power.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I sang that. I sang my heart out there. It was really nice. I went second to last. And then there was a young boy that went after me, and he sang Whitney Houston. Now you know they ate that up.
Well, you sung Whitney. What did he say? I will always love you.
Probably.
Honey, you probably held that. No, you did that on purpose. You did that on. He did.
He went right after me. So I didn't win. That's okay. I won the experience. I got the experience. Yeah, and just singing on the same stage that so many big artists have sang on. It was such an honor.
Oh, you talking about Luther Vandross. The same stage that Luther
And I got to touch the tree
you gotta rub it. You gotta rub it. You talking about Lauryn Hill, Beyonce, so many incredible, reputable artists. I am so proud of everything that you've accomplished, Angelica. I have to tell you, like, your voice, I have to be honest. I'm gonna be honest, and I mean this in the most humblest way. I don't get inspired by a lot of people. I gotta be honest, around me, I don't, but I am so inspired by your drive, by how you balance with such grace, love, and class, motherhood, being an incredible wife to your amazing husband, who's also my brother, to being a career woman, to graduating, to just completing a 5-week musical course intensive at a reputable school that we're gonna get into in just a sec. If nobody, I know your husband is such your number one supporter, but let me topple that. Let me be in unity with him. I am so proud of how you manage everything so well and still just seem to be so kind. You haven't lost your femininity, your touch, your kindness. That talent isn't going anywhere, baby, so we know that already, but you're just a sweet soul. And I think that exhibits through your performance, and that paired with your talent really just captivates people. And that's what you did for me a couple of weeks ago when you sang CeCe Winans' Alabaster Box at Transcendent Praise, the gospel choir reunion at Valley Stream Central High. 300-400 people in the audience, and this girl murdered it. You looked beautiful, but then that sweet soul and that talent came and just really captivated. It was incredible. It was incredible. So with that being said, I'm just curious, what helps you prepare for a show? Or a solo? Like, what's your method? Do we pray? Do we drink warm water halls? What do we do?
So for me, definitely a lot of prayer. My prep starts up to like 2 days before. I will start drinking tea. I try to go through the song or whatever I'm planning to sing. I try to do exercises here and there. Definitely in the shower. I have a facial steamer that is my best friend. I sit in there for maybe like 5, 6, 7 minutes. I need to do that. Yeah, you gotta get a Vicks. It's a Vicks facial steamer.
Oh, I need to do that.
Awesome, I love it.
The steam like loosens up your muscles.
It helps moisturize your vocal cords and things like that. So I do that, but mainly my tea. And then I have it in my husband's holding my very rhinestone blinged out, I call it my singing cup.
I love it.
So anytime I sing, I bring that cup. Fun fact, I went to a Ben Platt concert. He's one of my favorite vocalists. And he had rhinestone cups backstage. I saw them and I was like, so now I need to get one.
Wait, we need that.
Bring on the singing cup.
We need that. We sure can. Watch that. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
So that is my best friend. It always has my throat coat tea with honey.
Yes, that's what I drank yesterday. After I finished singing and preaching, I'm like, give me my throat coat.
Throat coat is awesome. And that's pretty much what I do for the most part, but 100%. I drown myself in prayer because the one thing that I try to sit on is that I cannot accomplish the things that we talk about on my own. It wasn't me by myself. I will take no credit for it. I am a vessel. whatever God wants to do with me, I am here to just let it be done. And don't look at Angelica, look at him.
I love that.
So I try to move with that, and I want to keep that with me forever and ever. Amen.
Let me tell you something. So I think it's so beautiful that you have that attitude and that POV, because Angelica, so you know this, so many people don't. Give me the credit, give me the glory. I'm the one that made it happen. Like, no, nobody got to wherever they are, wherever on the top you are, wherever you are in whatever industry, you didn't get there alone. Whether you realize that or not, that's one thing, but you didn't get there alone. And I think, oh, that's another reason. Of course, your sweet spirit, your talent, but even that attitude, having that mentality, I think that's why your performances are so heartfelt. They really pull at our heartstrings because you incorporate your faith, because you incorporate God. And I say that unapologetically. And that's what really deepens the feeling for me and for so many others when you sing. So with that being said, girl, I know you have been a busybody, especially these last 5 weeks. Share with us what you just accomplished. You guys, this girl is everywhere. Tell us.
So I registered and signed up, auditioned, and got admitted to the Stella Adler Acting Studio.
Yeah.
It is
Stella. Did y'all hear that? Say it again.
Stella Adler Studio of Acting.
Yes.
I wanted to just go hardcore in my training for my journey to the stage, I'm calling it. And it was a very intense working session. They focused on uncomplicating acting. So not making it feel as hard as it is. Acting is really being. So associating who you were as a person as well as whatever character you're playing. Thinking of the character as a person based on whatever happened in that scene. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? And then taking from that and then putting in your own relatable experiences and combining the two to create just an experience. And I met so many people who are currently in the business, currently working on Broadway. I did a master class with many people. I got to perform specifically for one with Montego Glover, who is an originator of a Broadway musical. Just so much exposure, so much knowledge was literally drowned into us. We were working on learning songs constantly, new songs to add to our audition book. We were learning techniques to learn on how to approach an audition, how to have the right mindset going into an audition, not making it feel as pressure as much as you would feel going into an audition, and just being free and being your authentic self. The big motto that Stella Adler has is your growth as a person is synonymous with your growth as an actor. So when you grow as a person, you grow as an actor. When you do both, and it was just such an amazing experience. I met such amazing and talented people. We were just a family for 5 weeks, and it felt like it just went by so fast, but I had such an amazing time. My life, especially as a performer, has been changed. Just so many different tools that we were given. We did dance classes and everything. It was such an experience. If you are into theater, I would totally recommend looking into Stella Adler Acting Studio because it's worth it.
I love how you work on your craft, because so many people have the talent, but they don't take the time to actually sharpen their skill. They almost feel like they've already arrived. So many people feel like that, and I love those artists as yourself who say, yes, I'm aware, thank God, that I can sing, that I have been bestowed this gift, but it is my obligation and my desire to sharpen it. And that's exactly what you did. I want to ask you 1 or 2 more questions, but I want to say something to you, Angelica. And I'm going to say this first and then explain. You're a superstar, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you're a superstar. I was listening to this video, so good. And this lady, she's a musician. She was breaking down the difference between a creative and an entertainer. And she was saying a creative is totally different. You guys jumble them together. They're not the same thing. A creator actually innovates the art. They're the one that comes up with the ideas. They have the imagination. They actually formulate the art, whatever you're looking at, the art piece, the music, whatever it is. They are the origins of that. They do that. That doesn't mean that they're an entertainer and a performer. Artists are very weird. They like isolation. They dance to their own beat of the drum, right? But an entertainer is able to take that art and bring it to life and incorporate an audience in order to captivate an audience. They make the audience feel what they're saying, and you're both, which makes you a superstar. which makes you a superstar. So with that being said, superstar, how does it feel to have such a supportive spouse?
Oh, amazing.
Especially in regards to your career.
Yes, he has been amazing throughout all of this.
Yeah.
Right before I started Stella Adler, one thing I appreciate about my husband is he's gonna tell me how it is, but he's gonna tell me with love.
Yeah.
And when it came to starting Stella Adler, I was having like a breakdown. I was like, I'm gonna be in front of people who have been just graduated from college doing this. They're active in this. I've been out of it for so long. And I was scared that I was gonna burn a bridge because I would look bad or things like that. And he was like, Angelica, you are going there to learn.
Yeah.
If you are there, if you're going to mess up, do it there.
Yeah.
They will fine-tune you. They will help you. And when he told me so much encouragement right before, and when he told me all of that, I took it on so intensely to the point where I was telling people in the class, I'm like, do you know what my husband said? We're here to learn. Because all of us, it was such a vulnerable place. Like all of us are having confidence things. And we're looking at each other like, you're amazing. What's wrong with you?
You're amazing.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm not. And it would be
Yeah.
back and forth. So I was even taking the words that he gave me in the beginning to encourage other people. And I just took a lot of what he said and I ran it down to the ground because it helped so much, because had I went in there without that type of preparation of encouragement and rawness, I don't know if I would have received the same experience that I would have without switching my perspective and my mindset. So I'm very, very thankful for him being there, for the words that he gives me. He's been so supportive this whole time, and he believes in me. He genuinely does, and I really appreciate it.
Well, let me tell you something. The reason why he believes in you is because that talent is so evident. And we are, of course, because he loves you and you're his wife, but he actually believes in your talent and your skill because it exhibits clearly you are a gift. So is your musical instrument, and I love every time you sing. And guess what, brothers and sisters? That's exactly what Angelica is going to do for us after the commercial break. Y'all, stay tuned. You got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get your snack, honey, because when we come back, Angelica is going to bless us. She's going to grace us. She's going to share this incredible instrument with us, you guys. She's going to perform one of her original songs, and I just cannot wait. We will be right back after these messages. Stay tuned. Heavy on the stage. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there she is, Angelica Mascall, our beautifully talented special guest today. And guys, as promised, she's right here. She is right here, and I'm super excited because I just love hearing you sing. You touched my heart. I almost teared up at our gospel choir reunion when you sung Alabaster Box, and I'm super stoked that you agreed to come on the show this morning to sing one of her original songs, you guys. Angelica wrote this song entitled My God. She wrote it, and you guys, guess what? She is going to perform it right now. So wherever you are, whether you are in Brooklyn, New York, Long Island, the Bronx, Texas, wherever you are, I want you to stand to your feet, show your love for my girl, Miss Angelica Mascall.
You're the God who gives me joy. You're the God who calms the sea. You're the God who has the breath of life and paid the price for me. You're the answer to my prayers, who heals and comforts me. In your warm embrace, my soul I place. With your love I am set free. You're my God. No matter what I do, my praise belongs your sheep to me you tend. You are the great I am, with the power to forgive. Your perfect love is just enough. By your grace I choose to live. And you're my God. No matter what I do, my praise belongs to you, because you are worthy. And you're my God. Whenever my spirit's weak, to you I'll always reach. You're the love of my life, and you're worthy of all praise. You're my God. You're my God. You're my God. You're my God. You are my God. No matter what I do, my praise belongs to you. You're my God. My praise belongs to you. You're so worthy. You're my God. Whenever my spirit's weak, to you I'll always reach. You're the love of my life, and you're worthy of all praise, because you are so worthy. You're the love of my life, and you're worthy of all praise.
Oh my God! I'm not gonna cry, because your husband and I were sort of losing it in that corner. Y'all show your love to Angelica! Oh, such a gift. That's right, y'all. That's right, y'all. That's right. Such a gift, such a beautiful gift. And this is, you see what just happened? And that's why I'm inspired by you. And that's why, because of your sincerity, because of your worship, because of your talent, because of your voice control, the connection you make with whoever is watching you sing, your audiences. Angelica, I believe in you so much. And I am just so happy that you agreed to come on this show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, my sister, this is a memory that will go down in history. I know we have to let you go, but in conclusion, I love that song, My God. Where were you mentally when you wrote that? Where were you, girl? Look at your husband. Bro, I'm losing it too, my brother. I'm losing it too. Where were you?
So that was like a really rough patch in my journey, embracing myself as an artist.
Yeah.
So I wrote that song, was it 2015? I might have wrote that in 2015, 2016. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And the way that it came was I remember being in my bed praying like, God, I want to write a song that like is my sound.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
So I closed my eyes and he dropped the whole chorus.
Oh my God.
And I wrote it down really quick. And then I think I wrote it in a matter of like a few days. And then I sat on it because I was like, I don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah, of course.
Back in 2021, I was like, okay, God gave me the song. I'm supposed to do something with it.
Yeah.
So I found a producer, and he made the music for me. And I remember the minute I heard the beginning, I cried.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
And then I sat on it again.
Yeah. Fear.
I was really nervous because for a while it took me a while to embrace the sound that I have.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like I knew where I belonged.
Yeah.
I was trying to like relate myself to other artists. And
Yeah.
it was like with gospel music, I can kind of sing gospel, but you know, gospel's heavy and like riffs and runs and things like that. And I'm like, I don't know if I fit in over there. So then it would be like, oh, Broadway. But I'm like, I still love that. And I still am going for musical theater. But at the time it was like, but I don't know if God's gonna be mad at me if I'm not singing for him. So it was like an up and down journey, and long story short, we've made it through the other end.
Oh, yeah, you sure
we
have.
made it through the other end.
And it's so obvious.
That song he dropped on me, and it really is how it's so crazy. Back then, I don't think I fully understood to the extent what it was, but just now, how much it's like literally my heart like splattered into song.
Yeah, let me tell you something. We were in the corner and we were recording you, and I almost forgot that I was recording you. Girl, you almost had me in a full-fledged worship. I almost forgot that I was recording you because of the song, because of the melody, because I can relate to it. In good times, he's our God. In bad times, he's our God. When we have money, when we don't, when we're broken, when we're uncertain, when we have good news, when we're experiencing grief, he is still our God, and that's a constant. That's a constant. That's a constant reassurance, and I love that. Thank you so much. I want you to tell, oh my God, you're about to make me cry. But get the Kleenex, honey. We ain't gonna make it. Tell everybody where they can follow you so they can follow your beautiful journey. Give them your IG handle.
Yes. So on Instagram, it is _Angelica, ANGELICA sings.
Yes.
So _Angelica sings.
_Angelica sings. You guys heard it right here from the AM show. And of course, we have to leave you guys. Unfortunately, this beautiful gift has to go. But just leave our audience. Angie, what's one piece of advice you can give somebody that's really striving to embark on their musical career?
One piece of advice is to stick it through, be diligent, and don't give up. Embrace your own individual sound. Don't try to be anybody else. You have what you have for a reason, and there's nobody else that can do it like you. So embrace who you are. Embrace, in a technical point, embrace whatever range you have. Yeah. And just go for it and stay diligent and sharpen your craft always. There's always more to learn, so keep going.
Everybody, Angelica Mascall, put your hands together, everybody. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, party people, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, but remember that he is your God even when you are in the darkness. We will be right back with much more of the AM show. My God.